Okay, so basically this is what happened. Everyone was pointing fingers at airlines, accusing them of putting up their prices during the World Cup. Gideon Novick, CEO of Kulula, responded by challenging all the airlines in the press to keep their prices low. That's when they briefed the agency to do a very simple ad. The response was immediate. By Monday lunchtime, Kulula had sold $3 million worth of tickets. Then FIFA got involved. In a letter to Kulula, they demanded that the ad be withdrawn, claiming trademark violations. We immediately did what any ad agency would do. We put it on Twitter and Facebook. The response was immediate. Bloggers and tweeters alike were appalled at what FIFA claimed to be their trademarks. The media soon followed. FIFA had demanded that Kulula withdraw the ad, which we were happy to do. It was only meant to run once, and we had another one in production. With a few tweaks, the ad was adjusted to make the most out of FIFA's ridiculous request. Everything soccer-related was cunningly disguised. The media continued to love it. So Kulula followed up with billboards. And a barrage of 5-second radio spots using Kulula's famous payoff line mnemonic.
Low prices, no subtle double meaning.com. Lowest airfares, no controversy this time.com. Low prices and no lawyers, please.com. We're on our best behavior now, seriously promise.com.
On April Fool's Day, we trademarked the sky. And placed an ad in a British tabloid when they ran a ridiculous article about earthquakes in South Africa during the World Cup. Finally, the World Cup arrived, and we had another go at poking fun at FIFA, giving free flights to anyone whose name is Sepp Blatter. And weren't we completely bowled over and surprised when out of the blue, a cute photogenic little Boston Terrier named Sepp Blatter stuck up his paw and demanded his free flights. What are the chances? So Kulula ran another ad acknowledging that they would honor their original offer, and they flew Sepp around the country absolutely free of charge. The media fell in love with Sepp the dog, and once again, Kulula made even more mileage out of the World Cup right until the final whistle. The results of this campaign? 6.8 million rands worth of free publicity and a 33% increase in ticket sales. And as they say in Switzerland, that's a yearbo, guys.
We'll do it again, over. Laying down one night, heard Papa tell Mama. Heard Papa tell Mama. Let that boy boogie. Hey, 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 hey. The enemy. And it got to come out. I felt so good. I went on boogie just the same. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet.
Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, boom,
Johnny
boom,
Walker,
boom.
the preferred whiskey of struggle heroes and entrepreneurs, is soon to launch an exclusive platinum blend.
And I love the way you talk when you walk that walk and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off of my feet. Boom, 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 boom. bang, bang, bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Hey, hey.
The classic whiskey tasting has had its day. Imagine that instead of people telling you what to taste in a whiskey, you could discover which whiskey is right for you before you've even tasted it, or parted with your hard-earned money. It's this goal that inspired Johnny Walker to invent the world's first whiskey profiler. South Africa's top-rated chef, David Higgs, was brought in to isolate the top 15 flavor notes of Johnny Walker and cleverly conceal them using cutting-edge molecular gastronomy. The 4 test subjects were put through the profiler with no knowledge of what it was about, and a perfect whiskey match was made every time. This profiler was then made into an online teaser film directing you to the digital flavor profiler, along with a series of banner ads. The digital whiskey profiler worked the same way as the real-world profiler, but in the absence of being able to taste and smell online, it used audio and visual stimulation. It also enabled you to go into even more detail, letting you select your mood, serving and environment, as well as taste and aroma. What you like and how you feel matched you perfectly with a Johnny Walker whiskey. The desktop version also generated a unique video and audio composition for each individual flavor profile. And by sharing your profiler experience on Facebook and Twitter, you received an instant special offer and tickets to an exclusive live whiskey profiler event featuring David Higgs. The results? Johnny Walker, the king of flavor.
South Africans are some of the worst savers in the world. Household debt averages 75% of their after-tax income. So we asked the question, what would happen if someone got their entire salary paid in R1 coins? So at the beginning of National Savings Month, we created that someone.
He wants to be known only as the R1 man.
The R1 man. The R1 man.
I just want to find out how I can get my salary paid in R1 coins. No, I'm not joking.
A man who we wanted to connect with his money, all 120 kilograms of it.
Every month I spend this amount of money. More, actually.
We made weekly episodes to cover his story.
From this side to that side. It's just going to disappear. I can't remember how much milk costs. This stage, I've got too much money in my car and I'm probably going to spend most of it.
Financial and behavioral experts across the world weighed in on his trials and tribulations.
If you want to save, you have to put those savings away in the beginning of the month.
We partnered with South Africa's biggest financial newspaper for independent third-party content, generating even more public interest.
In a society that has become accustomed to credit cards,
A unique way of encouraging people to save.
His salary was delivered to him in a big bag of coins.
Social media feeds were set up to give South Africans the ability to follow, talk about, and share his journey every day.
You might have seen the YouTube videos, you might have seen it on Twitter.
A full-length documentary was produced, but as big as the R1 man became, so too did the conversation around saving.
You don't just borrow the one time. I mean, you'll do the same in August and you'll do the same. It's a habit. I'll definitely look at things differently. I think this whole experience gave me a mindset of saving rather than spending. And that's something I'm going to take into the future.
Every day, we take seemingly minor risks without even thinking about whose tiny eyes could be watching. Santam understands that simply telling people to take care when they drive doesn't necessarily mean that they will. But what if parents heard how their children really felt about the risks they saw them take? Moms and dads trust their children will do as they're told when really they learn by example. Through the Eyes of a Child was about making a powerful impact on parents behind the wheel. Instead of telling drivers what they were doing wrong, we showed them through the eyes of their own children. We called it the Santam Safety Survey.
Santam has just released a new study. That survey gauges South African children's views on safety and what they learn from adults around them, especially on the road.
The survey polled 1,000 children between the ages of 7 and 12 in the cities of Johannesburg, Durban and Cape Town.
Children do wish that their parents would take fewer risks. What they're observing is, in as much as parents are in a position to impart a lot of rules onto them, the parents' attitudes and actions inevitably go against everything that they have been taught.
We sat down and filmed the children individually, asking them carefully posed questions to see how they followed the behavior of their parents.
Do you ever use your cell phone while driving?
No.
Has any adult driving you ever used their phone while driving?
Yes.
I do get angry, but I do not shout.
Sometimes he yells at them, and sometimes he just leaves them and drives away from them.
The public learned a lot from the survey and rallied together on Santam's social platforms. Remember, children do as they see, not as you say. Be safe out there.
When Santam Insurance created this hugely popular commercial in early 2012, it was not surprising that Nando's would follow with this parody. Unlike any other Nando's victim before it, Santam saw an opportunity to do something that had never been done before. One corporate demanding a direct response from another.
It's been brought to our attention that a certain fast food chain has cribbed our commercial. Under normal circumstances, we'd be upset, but frankly, we're flattered. And we're prepared to overlook this indiscretion if the aforementioned fast food chain follows these instructions. By 4 p.m. Thursday, we'd like the following delivered to this address: 62 lemon and herb half chicken and chips with coleslaw, 12 kids' meals with chips and toys, 74 hot sticky toffee puddings, 74 assorted cold drinks, and a Portuguese salad. It's a small price to pay, all things considered, and we're sure you'll accept this challenge gracefully. Or are you chicken?
Knowing that South Africans love a game of chicken, we put the fox in the henhouse by leaking this response to top bloggers nationwide. Then we sat back and waited. Within 1 hour of release, Santam trended at #1 on Twitter. Within a week, over 10% of internet users in South Africa had watched it on YouTube, encouraging the client to broadcast it on national TV. The whole country began to talk. Which fast became a shout.
A good-natured spat between Nando's and Santam is unfolding.
Now listen, let's start off with that spoof on spoof job here. And it's absolutely hilarious.
Come on, let's be honest. Which insurance and food brands have dominated social media this week?
And for a few, all a bit too much. But the best result is that Nando's couldn't do anything but deliver. In fact, over-deliver by pledging food for the whole year. It was also a rare win-win for both brands, ending in this, the last say, delivered by Nando's themselves.
Well played. A quick response from an insurance company? Who would have thought?
We couldn't have said it better ourselves.
The reason I love cars is because I want to have boyish fun in them.
But just stop for a moment. You will never find a racing driver doing this. Mercedes-Benz SLS, my man, 6.3.
All right, let's do this.
So remember the basic principles. Slow in, fast out. Wait, and turn.
I was here first time with a Formula 1 car, about 300 kilometers per hour.
You see something familiar? That's my playground, my brother. That is Kailami Racetrack. My proposal to you, I take a novice. I will train him and he'll be within 5 seconds of your best lap time around Kailami. But if he wins, I get to keep that.
Flat out, man.
It literally sounds like I'm spitting fire at the back.
My biggest worry is he's shying away to actually go faster.
We're doing 200. It's become a lot more physical.
The difficult part is those milliseconds to get further down. He's struggling to put things together into one and do that ultimate lap. I think we've done as much as we possibly can in the time we were given. It's time to see as to whether we're going to walk away with a beautiful 300 SL.
Celebrities like Kanye West and Kim Kardashian live a life most people only dream of. They define success and influence our lifestyles, aspirations, and ultimately our spending habits. This is especially true in South Africa. In fact, we have our very own Kimye, multi-platinum rapper Casper Nyovest, and actress and model Pearl Thusi. They have millions of fans that follow their five-star lives on social media, and they're famous for displaying a life of excess and luxury. But for National Savings Month, Sanlam secretly asked them to share something very different on their social channels.
I'm doing my own laundry. I didn't even know I had a washing line at my house.
Are you using Uber eggs?
There was a little bit of it left, so you put water in it.
So we went to the second-hand shop.
Their fans and the media started speculating wildly about what was going on. But it didn't stop there. We persuaded Cosmopolitan to put Pearl on their front cover in a dress made from the cheapest material we could find, a sack. Casper released a hit song with a big budget music video. Or was it?
It's just like comical. It's like mocking, people pimping.
The song went double platinum. Near the end of the month, it was revealed that it had all been part of a Sanlam savings campaign all along.
Dramatically change the savings culture of this country.
We want to turn saving into a great thing. Not to be rich because I spend, but to be rich because I actually have money in the bank.
The campaign confronted one of South Africa's biggest problems, our addiction to conspicuous spending, fueled by celebrity lifestyles on social media. Except this time, those very celebrities helped us to educate everyone about the importance of spending less and saving more.
What you spend doesn't define you. You define you.
Funerals are a big deal in South Africa, yet many South Africans don't take out funeral cover. This can cause major drama among family members. To illustrate the tensions that come with not being covered, we created our own drama, which played out in an unexpected place. WhatsApp is the most popular digital platform among our audience, where more and more family conversations are taking place. We launched Ukushona Gwelanga, an original South African WhatsApp drama. Our audience was invited to follow the Langa family in real time in the 7 days leading up to the funeral of the deceased father. Messages came in throughout the day as the characters discussed arrangements, and our audience got to be part of all the twists, turns, and unexpected surprises that come with planning a funeral. The story was written in collaboration with Bongi Ndaba, renowned South African scriptwriter and former head writer of iconic TV shows such as Generations and Isidingo. And some of the country's best-known actors took on the roles of the family. To make our drama even more gripping, we made the most of existing WhatsApp features, including photos, film clips shot from the character's perspective, and voice notes.
The man will bury today was my dearest friend.
We also launched a promotional campaign to build an audience through traditional media, social media, and PR. Sanlam managed to give consumers first-hand experience in just how complicated planning a funeral can get.
Check 1, 2.
Make it a bit louder. Get some urgency into the song and get it under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The water crisis affects us all. Therefore, I think it's our responsibility to really step up.
Challenge accepted.
Just re-record exactly what you did one more time, better than you did the time before.
Maybe even redo the keys, like give it more of a bouncy sort of feel.
Everyone's reducing a tune down to 2 minutes.
Are we ready to give it a bash?
I'm ready when you're ready, bro. Okay, let's do it.
2-minute shower remix.
I told everybody, Cape Town started the rap. You need to double check first that you turned off the tap. Yeah.
Let's just do it and then we see how fast we can do it.
I think it's quite a scary reality that we are facing at the moment.
How do you live without it? There is no living without it.
Just keep repeating. Is that water is life? Water is life.
If this comes to my space, then I would like anybody that can help or can do something about it to actually do that.
We are in a scenario that requires people to think more of themselves.
So we can speed up the slow part.
Must be quick! Quicker than that!
If you can take that out, then we'll just go straight in.
Cool.
City sessions chilling.
The shower becomes your rave nightclub with this song.
Yes, you did an insane roll there.
Got blisters on my fingers though.
Let's hear what's possible from a tempo point of view without destroying the song.
For many years I thought tempo was just a chocolate thing.
If I can rap in under 2 minutes and like speed rap, then we can definitely shower under 2 minutes.
So every time I take a shower, play Questa, play Mikasa, play your favorite artist there.
Let's do that again.
From the top.
Another one?
Let's do it again.
That was epic though, hey? So let's do that one more time.
Come on, the whole joint, one take.
2 minutes, bro, 120 seconds.